Hey guys, so today on the channel we have Farris with us, one of our Trailer Cash Academy students, where he's going to be talking to us about his mobile home investing journey and how he's able to pick up his first deal for $5,000 and he's looking to flip it for somewhere between $15,000 to $20,000.
Guys, and this was in less than 60 days. Stay tuned, you're not going to want to miss this video.
For the best mobile home investing advice, be sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the bell button to be notified of videos we post every week.
So our first question for you is, why mobile home investing and not real estate investing up to this point?
Well, I'm gonna come back with why not. And it's honest with you. Like I've been in the real estate game for a while now. I did one single family home, and it's the return on investment for mobile homes is just crazy. It's just, why wouldn't you want to do this? When you're coming in at like 60, 70% return on investment, I mean, it's insane. To be able to take almost $2,000 out of your pocket and in 30 days maybe have $10,000 in your pocket, anybody out there in the right state of mind will want to do that. With real estate itself, for single family homes and duplexes, things like that, it takes time to build up that cash flow, especially that positive cash flow. When we're talking about just having to fix up things and just the expenses that comes with having to do that, I won't say it won't make any sense. Mobile homes just make a lot more sense because of the less money you have to put in.
I love it. And the speed of it, like you said. The ROI is, a lot of times you can get these deals done in 30, max 60 days, sometimes in days itself. So I completely get what you're saying. So how did you even find mobile home investing? It's not a popular thing. So how'd you find it?
Actually, I went to a area meeting, a real estate meeting, so a RIA meeting in my city. And, we was talking about, I think it was actually investing in duplexes, things like that. So I just happened to be sitting next to a couple, and so I introduced myself, like, hey, what you doing? How many homes you have? Things like that. And they turned around and said, I'm such and such, and we actually do mobile homes. And I looked at them like they were crazy, almost like, what? What do you mean you're doing mobile homes? What does that even mean? Like, is it that don't they depreciate in value? Aren't they worth nothing? Don't you get nothing but, scum type people? And they looked at me like, no, you're crazy, because let me tell you what I've done recently. And they actually broke out pictures of the amounts they made. They actually told me that the amount they spent versus the amount they got back. And my mind was blown. So I left that meeting like, okay, I need to really look into this. And so I, of course, jumped right onto YouTube, Facebook, whenever I can find of somebody talking about mobile homes. So I don't know how y'all did it, but y'all popped up first. I was like, okay. Brother, sister, okay, what y'all got? What y'all gonna tell me? Because I'm feeling something here. and y'all started talking, and I started listening. And then y'all started talking more, and I started listening more. And I hit that like, I hit that subscribe, I hit the bell. When you come on, my phone says, hey, Jay's on, Samar's on. Go listen to him. I'll be at work at my desk, like, okay. People coming to the desk, nah, hold on. I'm listening right now. So. And it just, I'm writing things down, and I'm not perfect with numbers, but me just doing the basic math that you were giving, everything just made sense and everything lined up for mobile homes, just to do what I'm trying to do. I don't want to be, of course, everybody wants to be a mogul or a multi-millionaire, but I want to be comfortable. I want to travel like you guys. I seen your story, where you've had your ups and you've had your downs, but just the energy that you exude just came to me. I was like, yes, I want to know more. So that's why I'm stuck in mobile homes right now. Thank you, guys.
How long has it been for you as far as just, mobile home investing? And then how long did it take you to actually find that first deal?
It's only been a couple months where I really went out and started to look at homes. There's a lot, me being in Columbus, Ohio, there's a lot in my state. I didn't know there was. They're kind of like tucked in behind things, and I'll go like I lived right here. How did I never see this place? And, I started to talk to people, started to talk to the office managers, things like that, just to see what their rules and regulations, just to kind of get a feel of my area. I started to talk to other people, see how much rent goes for around this area and, what you think I can get from this. So last couple of months has been education, and over the last month, I've actually started throwing offers out there, just fillers to see, hey, what would you take for this? I see you're selling for this amount. I really only have this amount. Would you take that? Things like that, and just basically fishing, waiting for somebody to bite. So, and it finally happened the last couple of days, and it's just been an explosion ever since. So, my life is completely getting turned around, and I have this new sense of energy right now. And, I'm a pretty popular guy, I think. But, now my phone's really blowing up. I think my wife's kind of looking at me like, "Why are you on your phone at 1 o'clock in the morning?" I'm answering the ad, man. Calm down. It's been amazing. It's been fun. It's just something, even if this deal didn't go through or something happened, I still would have the energy to just keep going because it's just so exciting.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love the passion, the energy. Yeah. So what's your big why? You're going through all this, you're learning, now you're starting to get offers. Like, what's actually pushing you to get these deals done and actually build this mobile home portfolio that you're looking to build?
Are you saying more so what my end game is, or what's my why now?
Yeah, what's pushing you so hard?
I think I just want freedom. I want the freedom to live life. Of course, when we're growing up, everybody tells you to keep a job, work hard, retire at 55. I don't want to do that. I don't want to. No offense to anybody that's working hard past 50, 60. I just don't want to be that person. I want to be able to get up when I want to get up, and I want to be able to look at my wife and say, "Hey, do you want to go travel today? Let's go. Let's run to Chicago. Hey, let's run to Arizona. Let's go meet Jay. He wants to meet us for lunch. Let's go on the plane and do it." I want to be able to do that. It's not much me wanting to be rich, like I said. I want to be comfortable and be able to do and live my life, and being able to pass it on to my children. So that's my whys, and pass it on to other people.
That's what it's about, man. We talk to a lot of people and we always say, hey, you can be in this for money, but there's got to be something, bigger than you, and it's got to be more than money, man. And that's why we got into this game. We really wanted to get into it and just control our time, and like you said, create something that we can eventually pass down to our future children that we weren't given. We just weren't given that opportunity, so we kind of wanted to change the narrative. So you talk about time and controlling your time. How many hours are you putting in per week at your 9-to-5 job, and then how many hours right now are you putting in with your mobile home business?
My 9-to-5 job, it's pretty demanding, but I put in about 50 hours a week, maybe 60. It could be strenuous, but that's another thing I like about mobile home investing is because it doesn't take a lot of time. There's not a ton of details you need. With houses, I mean, there's so many things you got to get into and look over and, have inspected and things like that. Mobile home parks, you can go in and see if it's a pretty good investment or not right off the bat. You can tell if it has soft floors or if it has spots on the roof, things like that, kind of right off the bat. So I would say I can put in a good 10 hours a day just searching and looking and throwing out offers. And if I do that every day, something's going to eventually come back. So I'm just throwing positivity into the universe and waiting for it to come back to me. So I have my 60 hours at work, but 10 hours a day I dedicate towards mobile home investing.
Let's get into your first deal. So I'm so excited to see can you give us some details? I know you picked it up for $5,000. Can you tell us what kind of home it is? And why were you so confident of actually purchasing this home to resell it?
To be honest with you, it was the person. I feel out people when I'm talking to them, and you can have a conversation with someone and not necessarily know if they're a good, bad person, but if someone's genuine. So I was having a conversation with this person, and it actually started when I was at work. I was sitting at work. I seen the home, and I looked at the pictures. I said, okay, this looks pretty nice, but you don't really know until you get out there. So I talked to her, and we just had gradual conversations about, what they're really asking for, things like that. And I felt like she was being honest with me. Like she came out and said, hey, there's a couple soft spots here, but overall it's in good shape. And I said, okay, well, I don't get off of work until this time. I know you said you have somebody coming out at 2 to come look at it. Can I set it up for 6 before y'all make an offer or anything like that? And I could do that. So she said, well, I'm going to be honest with you. If he gives me an offer, I might take it. I said, okay, well, I'll tell you what. I got a lunch break coming up. I'm coming out there. So he's going to be there at 2. I'll be there at 1:30. Got there at 1:30, looked at the place, and it was in great shape. I talked to her more, and when I first walked in, of course, I didn't start talking business. I just said, I wanted to get to know who she was. What's your story? Tell me something about you. Let's not talk numbers yet. Why are you trying to sell this? This looks phenomenal. Why are you trying to sell it? And they told me the story. Hey, they're moving out of town, and they can't take the stuff with them and things like that, which I understood. I related with them. It was for the actual lady that's selling it was for her mother. Her mother was super nice, and I talked to her as well. I pet her dog. I was genuine, like I'm a genuine person. So before we even got into numbers, I had to build some kind of rapport with her, which I feel I have to do if we're doing any type of transaction money-wise. So I had to get her to trust me as much as I wanted her to, be trustworthy. So she showed me everything, went over everything, and I told her, like, hey, I love it. I want to make an offer. Now, the issue was, of course, I didn't have $5,000 with me at the time, so I knew this guy was coming at 2. I seen her phone blowing up. Now, could have been her husband doing it. Hey, it would have been a heck of a tactic, but I seen her phone blowing up. So I was like, I'll tell you what. I can run to this store right now, get you a money order for $2,000 just to hold the place. If you will sign this promissory note that you won't sell it, and I already had the paperwork ready, the bill of sale was ready, all that. Just say that you will not sell it until I can come back with the remaining amount. She agreed. She signed it. We both got copies. That was the end of it. So the guy who was right around the corner that was waiting to see it at 2 o'clock had to go home. That's his fault. Sorry, I got there.
And the part owner, can you go into that a little bit?
Absolutely. So when I was talking to the seller, she said that it was under new management. She didn't think it would be a problem with me purchasing a home long as we could get, someone into the community that was over 55 because it's a senior community. So when we was writing up the promissory note and the purchase agreement, she put in there, contingent upon agreement from the park. That's fine. So I asked her for the park manager's information so I can reach out to them and call them. Now, once again, we have built this rapport, so I gave her the money for the down payment, out of trust, saying, okay, I'm giving you this $2,000, but this is also contingent upon me speaking with the park manager and having my contractor come out and look at some things just to make sure. She was okay with that. So the next day, I called actually right when I left there and left a message. They called me back the next day and we went through everything as far as what I was trying to do. Of course, her first thing was, are you 55? No, ma'am, I'm not 55, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm not necessarily an investor, but I am. So I'm trying to purchase the home and get, someone, a quality tenant in there for you. She told me no, they don't like investors in their park, and, basically they don't like our type of thing. So I was like, okay, that's fine. But here's what we're trying to do. I already talked to this lady, and you already know who she is because you actually mentioned her name. You know she's moving. She's moving down south. It's going to be an empty home. So you're going to have to take the time. I know you're not on site, so you're going to have to take the time not only to find a quality tenant, but you're also going to have to come out to site every time somebody wants to look at it. So that's taking up your time. I'm going to do that for you. I'm going to get you someone over that it adheres to your rules of 55 and over, credit check, and I'm going to already have them vetted to get them in that to make your job easier. But on top of that, I also seen that there was an empty lot 2 slots down where you don't have a mobile home there. What if I could tell you I can actually get someone to not only move a home in there, but fill a slot to where you'll have another tenant in there. So that's 2 tenants that you're getting with you not lifting a finger. And all you have to do is tell me yes. And she said, okay, let me go back to my owner. That sounds like a great deal. It does, doesn't it? So that was the end of that. And she was good with it.
12 months, you already bring a lot of value to a lot of people. So we want to know, how you can are planning to continue to do that? And then what would you say to anyone that's on the fence? They're like, man, I can do real estate investing or I can do mobile home investing. What would you say to that person?
Well, as far as first to go through my plan is to keep on going. Right now it's full steam ahead for me. The biggest thing I have gotten from this first deal, which, you know, I didn't really think about it until I really thought about it. I'm getting a lot of people, of course, asking like, hey, is this available? I'm very interested in this, things like that. But a lot of them aren't 55 and over. So, of course, I've turned around and reached out to them saying, hey, I have a couple deals coming up. Shoot me your contact information. I'm going to give you a call as soon as it's available, and I'm going to call you first before I post it. So not only am I getting a nice size buyers list for upcoming deals, you know, I'm also still building rapport with a lot of people and getting, you know, information back and forth because they're telling me what type of homes they're looking for, what side of town they want to live in, things like that. And a lot of them are telling me their stories, you know, hey, I'm a single parent. Hey, you know, I live with my mother. I would like to get out, you know. They tell me things that make me say, okay, I want to reach out to you. So that also, along with having a buyer's list, that also gives me an area where to look for these homes. You know, I have a lot of people saying the West Side. Of course, I'm going to go to West Side Parks and say, what do you have available? I have tenants ready to come in. Let's go. So that's my plan, is just to keep on pushing, keep on marketing, keep on looking, and just keep throwing fillers out there and not stopping until I can get where I need to be. Now, as far as what to tell people that are kind of coming into this game and on the fence, my biggest advice is kind of just look at the numbers. You can listen to people talk about it constantly, and people will tell you how great something is, but a lot of people are, you know, I had to see for myself. Then take the time to look for yourself. Look at the multiple people out there that are talking about this and have the numbers to back it. I was actually talking to my nephew, to be honest, and he said, you know, Uncle, why are you doing mobile homes? That makes no sense. And this was a conversation we had yesterday. And I said, okay, I'm going to just show you one thing. Why that's going to answer your question. I showed him the date that I posted this for sale, which was 3 days ago. And I showed him the amount of replies I have gotten since I posted that, which is well over now, I think 162 people have asked about it. And I showed him like, look, this started at 12 o'clock when I posted. My first message was at 12:15. And I showed him that I've gotten messages at 1 o'clock in the morning. I've gotten messages at 6 o'clock in the morning. So people are up looking at this. And I went to Let Go and said, nephew, look at Let Go. I'm getting emails from another site saying, hey, I want to buy this. So this is why. And he looked at me like, I want to know. Tell me more. How do I do this with you? And that's it. And that's what I'm going to do with everybody. I have the proof for you. Ask me for the proof. I'm going to show you the proof and bring you and say, let's go. I'm going to tell you how to do it. Oh. That's it.
I love that, man, because men lie, women lie, but numbers do not lie.
Numbers do not lie.
You got a ton of value out of Farris's stories, his journey, and the details of his first deal. But you can't get your first deal if you don't know how to get started.
Guys, that's why Samara and I created the 90-Day Accelerator Program. In this program, you're going to get our exact blueprint on how we close over 300 mobile home transactions up to date. Guys, we want to get you started. It's about closing more mobile home deals, but you have to take the action. It first starts with applying at the link below this video.
If you thought this video was helpful, do us a favor, smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, and the bell button to be notified of videos we post every week.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.